Okay, let's jump right into this explainer. If you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or like life just handed you a terrible hand, this is absolutely a message just for you. We're going to build a completely new roadmap today for finding unexpected relief and success right in the middle of chaos. We'll be weaving together the wisdom of contemporary thinkers, philosophers, and people who have literally mastered the art of resilience. So, if you're a worried person feeling like you're at the very end of your rope, stick with me. We are going to completely flip how you view your struggles, your resources, and your true potential.
Look at this question for a second and just be honest with yourself. Is anxiety about your future weighing you down right now? Are you just totally exhausted from constantly trying to calculate every single move, only to feel like you're still somehow falling behind? Look, we all hit points where the math just doesn't add up. You put in the effort, you meticulously make the plans, but that relief you're desperately searching for just isn't showing up. It's an incredibly heavy, isolating feeling. But what if the relief you're seeking isn't actually meant to come from your calculations at all?
This brings us to a really profound idea from Ahmed Al-Shughairi. He talks about this concept of rizq, which basically translates to sustenance or provision. And it's not just about money, It's your health, your peace of mind, your intellect, the strength to just get out of bed in the morning. Al-Shughairi reminds us of this beautiful cosmic promise that relief and provision will come to you from where you do not expect. It is a powerful message for everyone. No matter how much you try to run the numbers on a spreadsheet, the universe operates on a completely different kind of math.
To figure all this out, we're going to synthesize 4 wildly different philosophies today. Here's our roadmap: the illusion of control, confronting the pain body, choosing your problems wisely, overriding the inner governor, the laws of sustenance, and finally, transmuting suffering into gold. Let's see how these pieces fit together.
Starting with Section 1, the illusion of control. Let's talk about why our careful calculations usually fail to predict true success.
A perfect example of Al-Shughairi's point is Steve Jobs. Think about this timeline. In 1976, you've got a 21-year-old kid planting a tiny seed of an idea in a garage. There's literally zero mathematical formula that could have predicted that first Apple computer would somehow turn into a massive global empire. They faced incredible hardships and a really rough beginning, but it proves that true success and massive sustenance cannot simply be mapped out on a calculator. It starts with a tiny idea, you nurture it with hard work, and then it grows in ways that are completely out of your conscious control.
Moving on to Section 2, confronting the pain body. If unexpected relief is out there waiting for us, we need to identify exactly what barriers are blocking it.
Spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle has this wild concept called the pain body. It's essentially all your accumulated emotional pain and past trauma, and it acts almost like a separate parasite living inside you. It literally feeds on your negative thinking, your drama, and your anxiety about the future. The crazy thing is, when you are operating from this pain body, you physically cannot see the unexpected sustenance that Al-Shughairi talks about, because your vision is just entirely clouded by fear. So to find relief, we've got to stop feeding this thing.
So how do we fight it? Well, former Navy SEAL David Goggins says you tackle it head on. He tells us to grab a pen and literally write down the bad hand we were dealt. You write down every factor that made your life hard growing up and every single present-day limitation holding you back right now. And it's not a pity party, it's about extreme, honest accountability. By putting it all out on paper, you look your trauma dead in the eye and you rob the pain body of its hidden power over you, acknowledging that heavy burden is step 1 to actually lifting it.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 3, choosing your problems wisely. It's time to shift that mindset toward actionable growth.
Look, author Mark Manson puts it super bluntly. Suffering is just inevitable, period. So, instead of wishing for a magical, problem-free life, which doesn't exist, by the way, we need to hope for a life filled with good problems. We make ourselves absolutely miserable chasing this fantasy that one day all our friction will disappear. It won't. Problems just get exchanged or upgraded. Have no money? That's a problem. Win the lottery? Guess what? Brand new set of money problems. The secret to relief isn't eliminating problems, it's upgrading to problems you actually care about.
I absolutely love this quote because it completely flips how we view our struggles. Negative emotions aren't punishments. They're just biological signals. It's your brain's alarm system saying, hey, do something about this. Happiness isn't just sitting around passively, it's the active process of solving meaningful problems, whether that's building a business, raising kids, or mastering a new skill. When you align your life with problems you genuinely enjoy solving, that unexpected relief and sustenance naturally starts flowing in as a byproduct.
All right, Section 4, overriding the inner governor. Because once you pick those good problems, you've got to push past your perceived limits to actually solve them. Get a load of this number, 40%. According to David Goggins' central governor theory, when your brain is screaming at you that you are completely, totally done, you're usually only operating at 40% of your actual capacity. I mean, let that sink in for a second. When you hit a wall and feel totally overwhelmed, your brain is actually lying to you. It's just a protective mechanism to keep you cozy and comfortable. You literally have 60% more in the tank. To unlock that unexpected relief, you have to learn to override this mental governor.
Goggins demands that we build what he calls a calloused mind. You know how your hands get calloused when you lift heavy weights? Well, your mind does the exact same thing when you intentionally step out of your comfort zone. By aggressively pushing past that normal 40% stopping point, you prove to yourself that your limits are totally made up. You forge yourself into someone who can endure the chaos long enough for that unexpected relief to finally arrive.
But check out this incredible contrast. Right after Goggins is telling us to aggressively attack our suffering, Eckhart Tolle steps back in with this deeply serene wisdom. He says problems are just illusions and we need to find deep, vast peace. So how do you reconcile those two? It's the ultimate paradox, right? Goggins gives you the fire to do the actual physical and mental work, while Tolle gives you the unshakable peace so you aren't psychologically destroyed by it. You push past your 40% on the outside, but internally, you are totally detached from the drama. You act out of peace, not panic. This brings us to Section 5, the laws of sustenance. These are the practical, actionable steps to actually attract that unexpected provision.
Blending Goggins' grit with Tolle's peace perfectly sets up Ahmed Al-Shughairi's cosmic laws of risk. If you want that unexpected relief, here is exactly how you invite it in. First, deep gratitude for what you already have. If you only look at what you lack, you block your relief. Gratitude acts like a literal magnet for more provision. Second, maintain strong ties of kinship. There is a deep spiritual law here that treating your family well directly expands your sustenance. And third, commit to the total mastery of your work, or Ihsan. Whatever problem you choose to solve, do it with absolute excellence.
Finally, let's wrap this up with Section 6, transmuting suffering into gold. This is the ultimate alchemy of human resilience.
When disaster completely shatters your world, you have to become an alchemist. Think about this whole roadmap we just built. You start with the heavy base metal of your bad hand. You don't complain, you take extreme accountability, you reframe your struggles into good problems. You aggressively push past your 40% capacity. But you do it while maintaining this deep, vast internal peace. You practice gratitude, you connect with your loved ones, and you master your craft. By doing all of this, you are quite literally transmuting your suffering into gold. You stop obsessing over the calculations of exactly how you'll be saved, and you finally allow the relief to arrive from beautiful, entirely unexpected places.
So, I want to leave you with this final, big question. How are you going to transmute your current struggles into gold? The raw materials are already right there in your hands. It is time to start the alchemy. If you found this explainer helpful, and if Ahmed Al-Shughairi's message of unexpected relief really resonated with you today, please hit that subscribe button right now. And definitely drop a comment below. Let us know how you plan to find your own unexpected sustenance. Keep pushing past your limits, stay peaceful inside, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.